stream of Sky Odyssey. How you guys doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So, we got to talk about a few things because there's been a few things going on behind the scenes here. Number one, you might notice our EMC up in the top corner is way different, much higher than it was before. After we started putting all of the drops inside of these personal EMC links, I started to remember something about the old Project E, where there was ways that you could passively generate EMC, which is kind of the thing that ultimately ends up breaking whatever you're doing, because it does, I mean, that's in-game stuff, just totally free energy to be able to generate items with. So this pack has a thing, a mod in it called Project EX, which is like higher tier Project E stuff. So these are Fading Matter Power Flower Bonsai Pods. That's what these are called. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and the real truth of it is that I thought, you know, I should show this to people. We should do this on camera, but it's a bunch of just mindless crafting. I'm going in here, I'm pulling materials out, I'm coming out here, opening up a crafting menu, putting stuff together, then going back in here and throwing it back in and doing it all over again. So, I mean, really, it's something that has to be done, but it's kind of boring. I saved some of the last steps to do with you guys here today, and then finished all of the intermediate steps is kind of what I went through. So we've got a couple of projects we want to get done today. Number one, we're at the maximum tier availability for Project E, or not Project E, environmental tech stuff. I set up the personal nano beacon here, which gives us some benefits just all the time. All these grayish blocks are null modifiers that you can fill in with actual modifiers that grant you stuff. So the couple of ones that I have going here is I have Regen 1, I have Saturation 1, and I have Night Vision. So I just have those effects on me all the time as long as these chunks are loaded. It does use up power like per modifier that you put into it. The nulls don't count, just the actual modifiers. But yeah, it's currently using 704 RF a tick or FE a tick, so it's still nothing major, even though it's kind of a late game structure here. Let's see, I've got the tier 5, I think, miner. Yeah, the tier 5 miner, which is using 25,973 RF a tick, so that's much higher. But it is ticking through stuff quite fast. If we look here, this is all of the materials that it's collecting. Going through pretty quick. Most of it is getting thrown into passive EMC generation type stuff, but some of it is being collected, which we'll come up here and look at. Mostly the crystals, the ionite and the aethium. So ionite is maxed out, aethium is as well. Cool, because we're going to use some of that today. We're going to go ahead and build the tier 6, like the top tier solar generator, so that way we have just all of the EMC or RF that we will probably ever need until we start getting into some of the creative machines, which actually we could get one of the creative machines right now, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. And the other thing that I want to work on is I want to finish out some of the Project EX stuff that I've already been working on. Just we're gonna do the last steps of it together, basically. So, but the first thing that we're gonna do is that solar generator, like I said. So I'm gonna grab a good bit of ionite. I'm actually not sure how much I'll need, so I'll grab about that much, and we'll come down here. Because the first thing that we have to do is we have to upgrade a bunch of these tier 4 things, because this is like the last tier of block that I'm able to have EMC generated. So we always have to go from 4 to 5 on any of these Project E structures that we do. And it's entirely just because these crystals, like the top tier crystals, don't have an EMC value associated with them. I assume that's so that you have to have some kind of a system in place to generate them. Kind of like a mod author decision. So we'll have to turn these into tier 5s and then into tier 4s. We're also going to have to build these solar cells into tier 5 solar cells, the ionite ones, and then also make the actual tier 5 solar controller, which I have already made one of. I'm just going to go ahead and make a tier 6 one that's entirely separate. So for getting the solar controller, to tier 5. That's what we're looking at. We need 4 ionite blocks and an ionite solar cell. So let's go ahead and get that done. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that. And then we'll need to make the solar cells. So let's grab some of these bad boys and some of these. There we go. Where is... I'm standing here. I'm staring at it. It should be obvious. It should be really obvious. But it's not. I'm kind of blind. There it is. Okay. And we need like 192 of these bad boys ultimately, I think, is the total. Let me double check that before we get too deep in it here. 169. That's how many we need. So I'm thinking that we have enough here. Boop and boop. Just as many of as we can make. Go. Go. Really? I can't just shift click and you do all of them? That's not a thing? Why? I can't right click and you do all of them either? Okay. New plan, because not using this thing will actually need... I'll need a crafting table. Which, yeah. I don't actually have one. I've just been doing it this way. It's a lot of single crafting is what's been going on. So I haven't had to do anything too communally here. Let's go up here. Our good old crafting table down here. That'll let us shift out of it. Except that now all the supplies are down there. New plan. New plan. Crafting table. Boop. There we go. Really, if I was smart, I would have set up some of these auto crafters to do it for me. But I wasn't that smart. Okay. So, plop down senior crafting table here. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be messy, and that's just how it is. Alright. Boom. That gives us 159 or something. I'm just going to make everything that I've put in my inventory. That's how this is going to work. Boom. What am I out of? Ionite? So that is 128, right? And then plus 30 would be 158. So yeah, I need like 11 more. So just a bit more ionite here. Yeah. Then back downstairs. I need like 10 more, 11 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And then the rest of this... except I need 4 more of them for the controller. 8 more total for both controllers. So 8. There we go. Now we're done with those. I can cast... well, not those, honestly, but those back into the oblivion. And then we'll need some of the Aethium. That's going to be the next tier there, so... There we go. Hopefully that'll be enough. So we'll come in here. We're going to do the controller. Yep. Get a tier 5 controller. There we go, baby! And then we're going to need to do... the same thing I'm imagining for the tier 6 one. Where's that? There we go. Yeah, 4 Aethium blocks. 4 of those bad boys. And then we're going to turn all of these into the Aethium ones. Which I still have enough to do like 64 right off the bat, but now I'm going to need some more of those photovoltaic cells. Still don't know what that is. I see it come up a lot and I still have no clue. There we go. There we go. Alright. That's it. 64 and 64. Yeah, that's as many as we need. Excellent. I also have extra palladium cells there, so let's throw those back. And then we're going to make the controller. Boom. And that was actually a quest. That's good. I kind of figured it would be, but I wasn't 100% certain. So then we need the structure blocks. These guys. Which is actually why I needed some more ionite. That's why I had it out. Okay. Loving this music, too. Aren't you guys? We got our boy Techno Axe back on the music jam, as it were. Prismarine. That's the other thing I need. Prismarine. So I'll need just like over a stack there. Structure tier 5. Yeah. And then structure tier 6. Yep. Alright. There we go. And we can put all of these back in there. Those we'll all need. The Prismarine can go, and we'll put back these crystals, and then we're ready to go set it up. Yeah, do that. Alright. Well, let's go all the way up. Here we go. So as you can see, I've already got a tier 5 and a tier 4 going. The tier 4 is kind of just doing... I have something leaked to it. I think it's the Beast Coin miner. I have it outputting the exact same amount of power, or taking in the exact amount of power that that's putting out. And then this one is running all of my stuff. So now we're just going to have like another one that's running all of the stuff. So let's come... kind of off. I don't want it covering up necessarily anything down below, but I want it to be in a chunk loaded area. So yeah, I think mostly over the mob spawner is chunk loaded, so we'll put it here. Plus I don't really care if the mob spawner is like covered up down below. And then we're going to throw down the controller, and then we'll need an assembler. And we'll need to take this back, obviously. Okay. And it builds above, so we need to be below when we're putting it together. And you just kind of hold down right click, and it will use the assembler and all of the blocks that are in your inventory to put it together for you. Once I'm out of materials, yeah, so the only thing that... Wait a minute. What's this? One solar cell that's just missing? I was off counting by 1. I only did 9. I only did 9. Oh, man. Alright, well, let's get down there and do this. Or I did 10. That's what I did. I'm sure someone's going to be screaming at me like before I just noticed that oh my god, you only did 10, you needed 11. Come on, dude. But the solar cells, they're not hard to craft, so I'm not worried about it. Solar, we'll need some of those, and then the photo, yeah, some of those. I think that's it, actually. I mean, I only need to make one of these. Just exactly one. So that, and then that. Alright, so cool. Cast this stuff back in to the EMC void and put the crystals back up. And then we need, there's one more thing that we need to finish it out. 12 of the modifiers. So again, it does accept modifiers. We could do the piezo modifiers. That's the only thing that the solar cell takes, but we don't need that because it's never going to rain here. It's just constantly this day. And then we'll also need a flux point, I think. Plug, adding energy to the network. Okay. Boop. Oh no! Oh no. Man, it sucks that I had to go all the way down here for that. I wish we could EMC these. I don't know. Man, by the time that you're able to generate these things, why can't you just EMC them? I mean, it's mod author stuff, so I understand it. Like, they have the right, but still. Is this the center now? I have to figure out where the center is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 plus 5, that's 13, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should be the center. I'm gonna guess there. You know, that looks like the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, should be the center. Say true. There we go. There we go. So now it's generating 1,771,965 RF per tick. Throw that bad boy down, hook it up to our network. That's power income going into our system. And that's just totally free. We can do whatever we want with it. Yeah, that is what a tier 6 environmental tech solar cell looks like. So let's head back down. Put that back in there. And honestly, put the guide in there too. Alright. So the other thing that we need to do, just to finish the quest, is we need to take all these levels. And then look up the quest for it. 1508. Alright. That took all of our levels. Well, a lot of our levels. And we got the sheep trophy, which is kind of like an end of the game thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and sit there. And then we also have whatever reward from the tier 6 environmental tech thing. So now we're looking at the final star. That's another thing that I was working on, but didn't finish because I wanted to do it together. But this is every star crafting recipe in the game, is you take whatever tier below it, you do that, and that gives you the tier, except for the last one. The last one actually requires you to do some real crafting. It takes 8 of them instead of 4. And then you need it around the matter? Is that right? The clay matter. No, I know that I'm off already. At Project EX. This is what we're making. It's a nether star. That kind of makes sense. That's sort of the end game Minecraft crafting material. So of course it's like the end game thing from here. So, boop. There we go. We got a final star shard. And then of that, we need what is it? What actually makes the final star? That, really. Final flower, power, bonsai pot, and a dragon egg. Dragon egg, huh? So we'll have to go to the end, then, I guess. Because there's no other way to get a dragon egg but through the ender dragon, right? It doesn't have... It had a crafting recipe, but that's where you've already fought the ender dragon and like you're mining it with the mystical agriculture thing. Okay, alright, so let's look at that. We've got, does it have the cake? No, it does not have the cake. Let me get a sip of water here. Precious, life-giving water. Find my center. Yeah, I've got to find my center. Okay, so no cake. Does it have the teardrop? It does. Random things is in the pack. Okay. So I can do it this way. I need to build... This requires a weird structure, though. But I think I have this available to me. Ghast. No ghast here. Well, that is just my mind not giving me a ghast tier because it's just not giving me one. I could actually probably just sit on the chest and see one come in. Because I know that the thing is killing ghasts. I've seen it do it. Maybe I could go there and see it instead of doing it here. Because I know it's running. I know it's chunk loaded. But yeah, let's go over there and we'll take a look and we'll see if we can catch it in there. I can already tell that I am not going to do well with hearing that repeatedly, so we'll do that. Come on, spawn a ghast. See, I also figured out, I don't know if I told you guys this the last time we streamed, but for sure, it does not learn EMC recipes of stuff you've not already taught it when you suck it just into the personal network. So you do have to actually learn it yourself. Of course, that being said, where is... Or is that not it? At Project E. Where's the book? Not that one, though. Not that one, because that's from EX. Isn't there... There's a book. We used it in the last series that we did together that just makes it to where you learn all of the recipes that exist within the world. But I do not see any such thing here, unless that's what this is, and there's just no crafting recipe for it. Oh, there we go. Oh, got him. Got him. There we go. So now I know ghast tiers. So getting back to what I was trying to do. Okay, one of those. And then a Ninja Pearl. And then we'll need end rods. I popped chorus fruit and a blaze rod. I taught it. I got a chorus fruit, right? Come up here to make use of our machine that is out of, and just get one of these, whatever, doesn't matter, it's all free at this point. Popped chorus fruit. I'm so disorganized. I wasn't planning on going to the end. That was not on my agenda here. It's just what's happening now. So that's what has to happen now. Okay, that makes us 4 end rods. Then how does the structure actually go? It's like, I want to say it's obsidian for sure. Obsidian. I know that it is obsidian, but what else? What else goes into it? Is it just obsidian? I don't think it is. Does Random Things have a book? Book, 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 book. Bookity book, 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 book. Nope. Magnetic enchanted book. Sakanade. No idea. Man, this mod has so many random things. So many different things on here. Sound pattern, report key, emerald compass, token, flu sign, golden, item filter. Not seeing anything that looks like a guide or a book or manual or anything. Let's get an Akashic Tome. I know how this works. Hold on, hold on. Dirt. There we go. Then, actually additions, blood magic, draconic evolution, RF tools. Yeah, I guess there isn't one for random things, so I'll take this one just so I get a good bit of EMC off of this. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look it up. Look at my beautiful screen for a second. It's a wonderful background, right? Random things, portal. Artificial end portal, here we go. Yeah, I knew the structure was different. It's big obsidian and end stone. End stone is the other thing that I will need. Do I have end stone? Yes. Good. And then I'm probably going to want to put this down below like I did with the end or the nether portal. So we'll just pick this other like arbitrary direction here. And then about right there. Sure. Then we'll build the portal around it. I knew there was another building block. Man, I don't know how many of you guys like play pack after pack like I do, but like there's a lot of different things that have a lot of different building recipes, and it's real easy to get it confused. Because like I was thinking that this was supposed to be some kind of checkerboard pattern, and I'm like 100% certain that that is from a mod that I've had to mess with, but I couldn't even tell you which one at this point. So I'm gonna mine out this just because it would bother me if I didn't. And then doot. Is that? I don't know. I think it's supposed to be that. And we'll go ahead and grab this out. And then we put an end rod, and then we right click it with the Tear of Evil. No. Okay, so it's supposed to be one higher. Couldn't tell if it was one higher or not. Now I know. There we go. And now we click it with the Tear of Evil. And you saw the tear got consumed. It's now going to start pouring out end fluid. And then boom. That's our artificial end portal right there. That looks so cool. Ha! Huh. Although, kind of strikes me that I don't have any, like, way to shoot this thing. So I guess I'll grab that out and a whole bunch of arrows, and we'll just do this, like, sort of vanilla style. Like, no enchantments or nothing. That's definitely one of the things that quite often gets like super duper trivialized in modded Minecraft is like the actual like the Wither and Ender Dragon boss fights. In vanilla it's like an actual accomplishment. But here it's just like a matter of course. Like this is absolutely something I'm gonna have to do. So yeah, it's gonna get done, but it's not like a big deal. Come here. Come here. This is gonna happen. I mean, I can do it with the bow. It'll just be over quicker if I do it with the guitar. Oh, you know what else? Bottom. I'm gonna flip this onto 2. Alright, yeah, breathe. Let me get some of that ender breath. Gosh, that knocked me a good ways away. Where's the sweet spot? Oh my gosh. Come on. Alright. Fine. I guess the guitar has like a really short, like a range of the attack, which makes sense, but I've just never noticed it before. And there we go. Oh no. Tried to turn me on to the portal and I was just trying to grab the loot crate. Okay, let's go back. Because I still gotta get the egg, which is the actual reason that we came here. And of course that heart. I mean, which will just leap into our inventory, but it might not if we're not here. Let's actually turn the magnet on. Okay. And we'll grab out that piston. Good old classic maneuver here with a lever. There we go. Alright. So now we got that. Is it... Yes, it has an EMC value. Oh, so glad to hear that. Put this stuff away. Does Dragon's Breath? No, neither does... That's unfortunate. But that's something I'd actually have to collect. But it's not used in very many recipes, so I guess I'm not actually that worried about it, because that's only used in, like, dumb stuff that I'm probably not even going to make anyways. Because I can just put all that in my nanobot beacon. Okay, but dragon eggs can. So we're good there. Put that in. I'll put this bow back, along with all these bars and rods. Yeah. This stuff we will hide away. I have a chest that's like 4 things that aren't sorted into the system yet, so we'll go ahead and put all that in there. Alright. Alright. So, dragon egg. Let's pull that back out. And I will try really hard to remember why we needed this. The final star, that's right. But we need, yeah, celestial manipulator. Okay. So the final power flower bonsai pot is kind of like where we're aiming. So, let's figure this out. We've already made the fading matter power flower bonsai part, which is the top one other than the last one, the final one. So the final one requires the final collectors, but compressed, a personal link, and the final relay. The final collector is the fading matter and the final star, the shard. Okay. Collector. Fading matter. And I betcha that the relay is going to be the same thing with a shard. So final fading matter relay. Here we go. Yep, final relay, and it would have to be like that. Why? I mean, like, I literally know that this is... Oh, that's the compressed one. That's what happened there. Fading matter collector. There we go. Final collector. And then the final collector we'll need 9 of. Because we got to put it... We have to compress it down. There we go. Alright, so then what is the... It's 6 of the relays, 2 of the compressed collectors, and a personal EMC link. Personal. And then we'll just undo that and get 6 of the final relays and 2 of the compressed final... Oh, I actually don't have... I don't yet have the EMC for that. I really thought I would. Well, if we put back some of the things that we have taken out, like all of these bonsai pots, we might. So let's go ahead and we'll mine all those up. And then see if this gives us... No, it did not. Yeah, because I need 60. I need 60.8 to be able to pull this out. And right now we're generating nothing because we just pulled up all those fading matter power flower bonsai pots. Of which I had 17 of them, I think. There we go. That was way less EMC than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. That's how many we had. So I cannot get the final star yet. That requires way more EMC than I have available. I was just hoping to get to that the next step. Okay, so we're doing quest busting. Let's see what else we get here from those 2 rewards. Money. Good. And 66 levels, which we will cast into there. So, what do we have? All the highest EMC stuff we've done is all the stuff that we've generated. There's nothing that I could set up as like an automatable farm here. Thinking. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, one thing that we're going to have to set up, for sure, that we have not already set up for my in-game plans is the, we've talked about it a couple times, the Woot farms. We're going to need to set those up. And so I want to set one up that kills the Wither for us, which means that we need to get up to, like, the highest tier stuff for that. So let's take another gander there. This will be, again, wasn't my plan, but might be what we have to do. So let's get a Woot guide, and we'll put the dragon egg back in there along with all that stuff. The final collector. Compressed crafting material. Where is the actual final collector? There it is. Produced 1.0 T per second. Well, that's actually better than what we've got going now, and that's like a very respectable... Okay, so... purse. Let's pull one of these out. And we'll pull out 6 of these. And we'll drop it right here. Old school power flowery. So yeah, 6.34 T. Maybe we can get that done pretty quick. It is moving along. You can see it there. Man, I might not have to break into this stuff if I just do a few of these. Let me get out another set here. Okay, that's as much as I can take out. I can do 2 more. Personal. Okay. So is it 6.33 right now? What if I do that? Okay, no. So they do have to have their own thing. So we'll just set them up here. Do it there and then like over here. That's kind of vaguely symmetrical. There, there, there. There, there, and there. I don't know why I'm even bothering putting up that when I can just put that down. But hey, I'm literally winging it right now, so there we go. So now we'll see how fast that climbs. We might be able to still do that today if we just wait a little bit. So Woot stuff. Let's look at this again. We need, what was it? It was like a builder. How to build. Factory layout block. Layout. That's what I'm looking at. Layout. Yeah. And then I guess there are ender casing, blaze casing, nether casing, upgrade, tier 4 cap, lime guide block, basic power cell, advanced power cell, premium, And then all of the different upgrades that we can add to it. Headhunter. So I wonder how many withers we have to kill with an ender shard in order for it to accept what we're doing. Hit mob with shard to capture, kill mobs to fully program. Shard must be in your hotbar, can be cleared in a crafting table. An ender shard is an Eye of Ender through a shard die, which is a Stygian iron plate with a nether quartz, which is the yaw hammer and 2 Stygian iron, or a plate die. Okay, so let's get out Stygian, a bunch of those, and then was it a yaw hammer, rotten flesh, bones, string. Make me a yaw hammer. And then one of these. And then how do I make the plate die? Stone slab. So I'll have to just find stone. 3 of them. What am I doing? I'm really distracted right now because, like I said, not something I had planned. So then do I do that and then hit you there? Anvil must be sitting on a magma block. I don't even have a magma block, do I? No, I sure don't. Magma block. 4 magma cream, slime and blaze dust, no problem. No problem. Now I know both of those things. Boop. And then I do like that. No, that. And then that. Okay. So back to Woot. A plate die is Stygian anvil, somehow put a Stygian iron plate and a stone slab together on it. There's no like, I can't right click this or shift right click this. There's no interface here. So what is it I'm supposed to do? Maybe it's the other way? Do it like that. That just clears it. That's all it does. Okay, let's look it up. Building, how to build Stygian iron. Stygian anvil, okay. Create some of the items used for crafting. Reduce the cost of creating some items. Must be placed on top of a magma block. To create an item using the anvil, right-click with a die, which will then be placed on the anvil. Then drop one of each ingredient on top of the anvil. Then right-click with a yaw hammer. The dies are created on the anvil in the same way, except that the item to generate the die is placed on the anvil first. Okay. So I put that there. And then I'm going to have to turn off my magnet, or else it's just going to suck this back up. So then I basically just like put that on top of it and then hit it with the hammer. Except faster. Okay, cool. Now I have a plate die. Nice. And then I can just throw these away. So I don't need them anymore. Because these plate dies, all these dies, these are kind of important. I need them for basically everything. So I need more Stygian iron plates. So if I put this here, and then I drop Stygian iron on there, and then hit it with my hammer. Yeah, I got a plate. Okay, cool. So that's how it works. Now I know. All the plates. And then I actually will just throw those in there because I can. Okay. Pull out a full stack. And then I need nether quartz, redstone, and an iron bar. And then what do I do to take that up? I guess I'll put that down and then drop that off. Yeah, now I have a shard die. Okay. So then I'll put the redstone down, drop that again, and yep, now I have a core die. And same thing, put that down, drop that, and boom. Yeah, now I have a mesh die. Cool, 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 cool. See, this isn't so difficult. I'm just really easy to mess with. Alright, so then to build the Ender Shard, I have to do it with an Eye of Ender. Okay. So we'll put that there. We drop an Eye of Ender down, and then I hit it. And I actually get 3 of them. That's kind of cool. That's definitely very cool. So we'll go ahead and do that and that to put those up. And then I'll put that there so it's on my hotbar. Or there. And then put that back. Yeah, okay. So then I'll need to have Wither spawn. Which all of the blocks are witherproof according to this. It's very witherish for the black, the Atheum or the Lonstalite, I think. Although as ever, I wish there was like some kind of a glass, but in this pack there's only the Mystical Agriculture version, which is made with the highest tier seeds, whatever, that I just don't care to make. So it's just going to be a whole bunch of Lonstalite blocks. Bonds. Pull out a whole thing of them. We'll build the classic, absolutely classic Wither Trap that I've ever built. Where we do piston, but we face it straight down. There we go. And then we'll need room for the first soul stand, second soul stand, and head. And then above that, we build the actual trap. Except that we take out the middle one. I love that this is apparently witherproof, but they also did not make it hard to break. That was a good move on their part. Okay. Okay. So then we'll need soul sand. Go ahead and pull out a large amount of that. And 3 wither heads. I'm just going to take what we have, basically. Oh, and the lever. Sure hope this works. Live testing has commenced. I've got my guitar. I've got the shard ready. Okay. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't destroy anything. He should be trapped. There shouldn't be any destruction. Yeah, cool. So then we'll hit him with the shard. Maybe. Unprogrammed. Hit mob with shard to capture. Ah, I only need to kill him once? Well then. Fully programmed. Alright, so we can now have withers as a Woot farm. So let's go ahead and we'll put back those skulls that we pulled out. So now we just need to figure out how the tiering and stuff works, right? We'll take all this back down and throw it back in with the Nether Star, Withering Soul. The Withering Soul, I guess we'll go ahead and put here. And then the loot crate will just drop in there. Man, this is epic music. I'm loving this. Techno Axe got a good ear. That's all I'm saying. Let me grab some water here. I got a new water bottle that filters the water for me. Like inside the bottle it has a filter. And it's good. Like I definitely don't have any kind of a taste coming off some of the grosser water that I've been around. But it does take a bit to get it out of the bottle. So let's look at the guide again. The intern tiers. 4 tiers is factory available depending on the mob you want to spawn. Each has a minimum factory tier that is needed. Higher tiers can also support a larger number of upgrades and higher tiers of upgrades. All tiers of factory support all of the power cells. Up to 2 tier 1 upgrades, you need factory bone casing, factory flesh casing, 2 tier 1 capstones. Tier 1, okay. Yeah, let's just look at tier 4 because that's what we're shooting for right away. Okay, so for this, 2 tier 1 capstones, 4 tier 2 capstones, 5 tier 3 capstones, 7 tier 4 capstones, 14 factory bone, 10 factory flesh, 35 factory blaze, 60 factory ender, and 95 factory nether casings. So basically, we just need a lot of different materials, and then we'll use like the factory layout thing to do it for us. Let me... Yep, I'm still listening, YouTube, I promise. Oh, although I'm always going to do that. I'm going to flip out to go and do that, and then forget that I need to flip back in, so that way I can read any of the comments you guys are delivering to me. So, tier 1 upgrade, or tier 1 capstones. We'll do it that way first. So, capstone. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Tier 1 we needed 2 of them? Yeah? Very little of this is actually EMCable, so this is going to be a lot of crafting, unfortunately. Quartz shards, what does this need? Diamond shards, emerald shards, and nether star shards. And that requires wither skeleton skulls. What's a cap core? Block of redstone, Stygian iron plate, and a core die. I mean, it's not actually that hard to make. But we will need one for every single one of those. So in its entirety, is it like 2, 4, 5, 7? What is that? Quick maths. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 7 would be 18? Does that number look right to you guys? Yeah? 18? 18. So, 18 blocks of redstone. I'm just going to pull out a whole stack. And then cut it that way. And then 18 of the Stygian iron plates, which we actually already have. Okay. And then we'll need our hammer. Oh, let me turn off my magnet. Well, that's kind of annoying. Alright. So we'll need to take this somewhere that's a little bit more enclosed and doesn't have stuff flying off the edge. So let's come over here. Although doing it on a wooden structure just seems like a bad idea. Does it seem like a bad idea to you? Honestly, just in the middle of this we should be okay. I'm too close to the edge there. Let's do that, and then that. And heck, if we really want to be sure about this, let's just grab another absorption hopper and set it there. Just to make sure. Although that's gonna, yeah, that won't work because it'll suck up the materials that I'm trying to craft as well. Well, nothing for it then. Okay, redstone and plates. Grab the hammer. Yeah. And of course, I did not get 18 of them because some of them flew off, so I'll need to make a couple more. Okay. I'm going to put down the shard one. I guess they only stack at 16. Yeah, so what else is needed? We need the factory case, skeleton skulls, zombie skulls, creeper skulls, and wither skulls. So I'll need 17 wither skeleton skulls. Or no, not 17. What is it for the... How many of the tier... What can I give up here? The philosopher's stone. I can give that up. 7. I'll need 7 wither skulls. And then 5 of the creeper ones. No, 5 of the creeper ones, 4 of the zombie ones, and 2 of the skeleton ones. Oh, I meant to do that here. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, skull is skull, not head. And then the factory base, which is soul stone and a Stygian iron plate. Soul stone is soul dust plus cobblestone. Soul dust is soul sand with a hammer. And I could mesh it up and save materials if I wanted to. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't. I don't care. Just give me all 69 of these things. Okay. Oh, and that's actually an EMC-able thing. That's cool. Alright. So then we'll get that back out. Get some cobblestone. And then need a Stygian iron plate. Nope, in the middle, come on. Let's get a factory base. There we go. And then we'll need 17 of these. Or 18? 18 of those. And now we just need the shards. So we need 2 quartz ones, 4 diamond ones, 5 emerald ones, and then the nether star ones. So quartz, we'll need 2. Diamond, we'll need 4. Emerald, we'll need 5. And then nether stars, we'll need 7. Okay, pull the yaw hammer, and then drop the quartz. Oh, hey, that gave us 6. Oh, right, because it does 3 per, because it did the same thing for the ender shards. Okay, so we'll only need 2 of those. We'll only need 2 of those, and we'll need 3 of those. So this stuff I can put back up. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh wow, that gave us 27. Okay, so split into 3, that's... Yeah, I only needed to do 1 of those. Oh well. Need 5 of those. Need 4 of those. And actually only need 2 of those. Okay. So then, to actually make these, 2 of the tier 1 ones, 4 of the tier 2 ones, 5 of those, and then 7 of those. And that's the correct numbers, right? Yeah. Nice. Nice. A little bit more water. Okay. So then we need the factory casings. 14 bone and 10 flesh. Let's keep that in mind. Factory, or maybe it would be better. Yeah, there we go. So for flesh, factory base and rotten flesh. For bone, same thing with bones. Blaze is tier 2 shards or blaze rods. So blaze rods, ender pearls, and nether star shards. So that's cool. I guess we needed to make a lot of those. So that's fine. So we need the nether star shards, ender pearls, blaze rods, bones, and rotten flesh. Flesh. Bone. Ender. Blaze. And then the nether star shards we made. How many of the last ones do we need? 95 factory nether casings. 95. So that's just more shards I gotta hit, I guess. If it does 9 per, and I've already got 20, it means I guess I need about 8. 8's probably still too much, but I mean, that's close. Yeah, that's 80, 90, 92? How much do I need? $95. Okay, so I need one more. If I can manage to click on the block. There we go. Okay, face down. Boom, hit it with the hammer. There we go. That should be enough. And then I just need like a whole mess of factory casings. So like, what's the total there? We got 10 plus 35 is 45, plus 60 would be 105, plus 95, so 200. 200 factory casings. So that is 128. Whatever, that's 200. So the first two, bone's 14 and flesh is 10. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. Bone is 14. Boom. We can put back those two materials. I'm going to put up these other dyes too for the moment. Okay. Well, I'm going to do that every time. 35 blaze casings. Okay, put that up. How many of the ender ones? 60. So we're actually going to need more ender pearls because they only stack up to 16. So that's 32. That is going to be enough. 60. Okay. Okay, so that's the 60 casings for that. No, like that. And then we need 95 of the nether ones. So that's like a whole stack. Yeah. And then oh my god, I'm totally failing at numbers here. 32 plus 64 would be 96. So there we go. That's how many I need. Alright. Now I can put up that and that. It can learn the casings. The nether ones it can't. Okay, but it can learn the other ones. So I guess I didn't actually I didn't have to make them. I could just pull them out. Whatever. So, yeah, we'll just grab like a stack of each, whatever. It doesn't matter. 60 was the highest number, so that's like the maximum we need. Okay, so then how to build. This will allow you to see in the world where the blocks need to go, as these can be large structures. Place the factory layout block on the ground and it will display the factory layout. You can then right-click to cycle through different factory tiers. In creative mode, click with redstone, blah, blah, blah. If you're upgrading factory, blah, blah, blah. Once a factory structure is in place, you can validate it by using the yaw hammer. Sneak right-click in the air with the hammer to change modes. Alternately, you can use the intern to build the factory for you. Well, by golly, what does an intern take to make? Factory layout, dispenser, redstone comparator, bones, string. Nothing major is what I'm hearing. So factory layout, bone, I think it was 2 of them, yeah? Yeah, 2 string. So this is kind of like an assembler for the environmental tech stuff that we were just messing with, I guess. So there's that. And I need a dispenser, which I have actually made, and I'm kind of surprised that is the case. And then a comparator. Yes. There we go. Build that intern. Thank you, thank you. Oh. Tier 2, Tier 4. Here we go. That's nice. It's got like a little thing that tells you how much you need. So I need a heart, a controller, an importer, an exporter, and some kind of a power cell. Also, I guess I should teach this how to make an intern. Let's move it back to Tier 4. Heart, controller, importer, exporter. Where is a heart? Heart core, factory base. A heart core is a Stygian iron plate, a Stygian iron block, and a magma block on top of a core die. Put that up along with that, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that. I'm going to put that in there so that way it's not going to accidentally get consumed, basically. So then what did it take again? I've already lost it. Stygian iron plate, Stygian iron block, and magma block. I did a derp here, didn't I? Yeah, I don't need Stygian iron. I need Stygian iron blocks. There we go. So those 3 things, and then the hammer. Is it that? There we go. I just want to build a lot of these because this is one of those things that can't be EMC'd. So I don't want to have to mess with this again. I want to just be able to do that and then have them, and then that's all I'll ever need, probably. And then factory, go ahead and grab those out. And then wickety wackety, we got a factory heart. There we go. Are these used for anything else? No. So let's just go ahead and we'll turn them all into factory hearts. There we go. All the factory hearts we could ever need. But we only need 1 for now. So now let's look at the intern. What else does it say we need? Oh, it can't place those. Well, I mean, but we do need them. So then we need a controller, an importer, and an exporter, which these can be MC'd. That's good. So once I make this, I don't have to make it again. A chest, a bucket, a hopper, and a factory base. Go ahead and just pull out another stack of those. Bucket. then what else? A hopper. Then the other one is a chest and a bucket only. Okay. So 2 of those, 2 chests, the 2 buckets, the hopper, and there we go. Now we've got those in. What else? A controller and power cell. Controller core with an ender shard that's fully programmed, huh? So this is where we use our thing for turning it into the specific mob or whatever, I guess. Well, I mean, whatever. If I have to kill another wither, it's not even that big a deal. So I guess I don't even really need to worry about this. So a controller core. Oh my gosh. Come on. Factory casing, controller core, Stygian iron plate, and a prism over a core die. And a prism is that. So that's red, orange, yellow. Oh my gosh, this is getting kind of kooky here. So I'm just gonna, I have to put all this stuff up. I'm running out of room in my inventory. All this factory casing nonsense. The importer, the exporter, the heart, the factory layout. Okay, so what dyes do I already have? And I need red, orange, yellow, white, black, purple, blue, green. So ink, bone, heal. Interesting that I don't actually have like a red dye. Well, we're about to. What this is turning into. Nope. Stick, plank, bowl. Is this the thing? Can I do that? Yeah. Okay, good. Why is that? Get out of this. It's not what I want it to be at all. Okay, so orange. Do I have a yellow? Red, orange, yellow, purple, blue. Purple, blue, and green. Green. A little bit of light Botania does save you a lot of things. Oh, and I need a glass. Glass. Just gonna pull out a stack of them because it's not gonna matter. Okay. So Stygian iron and prisms. Okay. Those are only used with the Ender Shard that you program. So yeah, I will put most of these up. I'll just keep the one, and then a factory base, and then the Ender Shard. Okay. Controller core, and a factory base. Then I have a controller for Wither, and it requires tier 4, which is obviously what we've been building because I just had a feeling that that's what it was going to be. So then we need a power cell. And there's really no reason for us not to just go for the big one. Dragon Egg Power Core, Efficiency and Power, Enchanted Books, huh? Okay, so all of a sudden there's there's a reason for us to only go for the small one. Oh, we'll need a power core, a factory base, and a redstone block. What's a power core? Block of coal and Stygian over the core die. Block of coal, Stygian. Just making sure. Coal. And Styge. We have a mendip over here. A few. Okay. So, redstone factory base. Okay. So now that should be everything that we need. Factory controller, factory bases we can put up. And these we can put in here. Then we're going to take all this stuff out. Now we need to decide where we want to put it. I'm thinking it's got to be down here somewhere. It doesn't really need access to sun. Kind of in the void area wouldn't be too bad. So we did it off of those two sides a little bit. So let's do, well, the mob farm is. Do we have anything off this direction? No, not really? Okay. So yeah, like right here. And then we'll put down the factory layout. And then we'll change it to tier 4. IO blocks and controller must be placed manually. It builds a factory for you. Use it on the factory heart. Where is... There we go. That's the heart. What is the heart? Is that directly above it, I guess? No, it's another one above that, even. That seems like it'll probably... Will it just build it lower, I guess? It doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Not doing anything. Alright. Factory layout then. And we'll go ahead and take that back up. And we'll put down basic energy cell, maybe. And then the factory heart. And then we'll change this over to tier 4. And then click on it with the intern. Man, this intern doesn't seem to be doing anything. What am I doing wrong? Builds the factory for you using the factory heart. Okay, let's look at this thing. Forward. Factory. The intern. Tool that will place all the factory blocks for you, taking them from the inventory in the process. Place the factory heart in the world. Then hold right click with the intern tool and the blocks will be placed for that particular tier. Okay, so hold it. There we go. Alright, it's doing it now. Factory upgrade base? Oh, that is there, and I just totally missed it. Factory upgrade base. Oh, spider's eye with the factory base. Not difficult. There we go. And I guess factory upgrade bases are the things that we can turn into factory upgrades. I was hoping I would be able to look up and tell when it's done. Factory nether casings? We didn't have enough? I absolutely had enough, though. Factory nether casing, 95. Did I just not bring some of them with me? Did I put some of them away but not the others? Heart. No? I guess I was just horribly off in my counting. How much more of these sons of guns do I need? I mean, not that I'm terribly worried about it, honestly. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter. Wonder if I can get away with the ones that I just already have made. If that would be enough extra. Nether casing. That plus... yeah, the factory base. Let's see if this is enough. I guess that's done. So none of that is... go ahead and pull that out. Doesn't look like anything's missing. It's weird that there is space in between the blocks to me. Am I the only one that feels that way? Minecraft is a game about squares, not about smaller squares with... I don't know. Okay, and then we'll have to figure out how to do that. We'll need the yaw hammer. Validate tier 4. No importer or exporter. For consuming the ingredients required to spawn certain mobs, it will take items from any inventories adjacent to it and fluids from any tanks adjacent to it. Exporter for generating items and fluids from the factory. Will place items in any inventories adjacent to it, fluids in any tanks adjacent to it. The remote structure must be located at most 10 blocks directly below the heart. The remote structure consists of a column of 3 blocks, exporter on the bottom, importer in the middle, and power cell on the top. Can be turned on and off via a redstone signal to the heart. So I will want it a little bit down. And then the importer and the exporter. Did it? Oh, it joined, I think. No power. Okay, so if I click it with this, valid tier 4 factory. Okay, so then we'll need a flux point for removing energy from the network. We'll have to attach it there. Ah, it's figuring out what loot it can get. That's cool. That is darn cool. So then we'll have to connect it. I guess it doesn't need anything. Or no, it needs 4 soul sand and 3 nether skulls. So right now, I guess it's not killing anything because it doesn't have the ingredients. I'm also gonna get on exporter and put that there. It's just figuring out what it can do, because if the ingredients are 4 soul sand and 3 wither skulls, I obviously do not have those. So neat. That does mean that we're gonna have to make an actual farm for wither skeletons too. Probably gonna use, I mean, depending, we might just use the same kind of setup, but we might also use something that's a little bit more generalized. Okay. Well, I mean, we got it set up, and I will report back on progress if it seems like it's given anything. I might color code a specific chest just so I can see its general loot table to see if it's actually spawning anything, but I don't think it's going to. But that's going to be it for the stream tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, if you did, like me, follow me, subscribe, blah, 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 all the stuff. And I will see you guys later.